Hello everyone and a very warm welcome to today's demo. In today's demo, we will go ahead and dynamically select InfoPath views and convert them to PDF. My name is Clavin and I work as a technical consultant. I have a blog site where I share my knowledge. It's clavinfernandez.wordpress.com. You can also find me on Twitter, that is @clavinfernandez. You can also go ahead and reach out to me on LinkedIn. So without wasting any further time, let's go ahead and understand the use case. So let's consider that when a user goes ahead and creates a form, the form has got three views. The first view, the second one, and then there is a third view. Now your business goes ahead and tells you that you need to go ahead and export the third view and the first view. They are not interested in the second view because there's not much data in it. Now you, as a super user, or you can say as a power user, need to go ahead and automate a solution. So let's go ahead and create a flow. For this demo, let's go ahead and create a flow. Let's create an automated flow. And let's go ahead and use when a file is created in a folder. So whenever a new file is added into the document library or in the folder, the flow should trigger. I'll go ahead and select the folder. In this case, it will be InfoPath Conversions Demo. Next, we need to go ahead and get the XSN and the XML. If you have not seen my previous tutorial, I would highly recommend seeing that as well. So to go ahead and get the XSN, we need to go ahead and use the get file content action. So the XSN is usually set to be the template, and the data file or the XML is the one that you see in your SharePoint. So let's go ahead and first fetch the XSN. To do any conversions, remember, you need the template. So it's within the forms folder, which is hidden. You cannot see it in your SharePoint portal, but you know that it's there and the template is within it. I'll go ahead and rename the action. Now, unlike the previous blog, in this blog we are going ahead and using the get file when a file is created in a folder trigger. In this case, this action goes ahead and returns the file content. So we can go ahead and directly add the Mohembi action, and we can say convert. I can say convert document. I can pass in the file name as well as the file content, which is the output of the when file is created action. I need to click on expand advanced settings or show advanced settings and pass in the file content of the XSN. Now here is where our use case comes into play. By default, Mohembi only exports the default view. But with Mohembi, you can go ahead and select dynamic views or specifies which view to convert. You can find an excellent blog from Mohembi which actually explains how you can go ahead and override default conversions. In the override default conversion sections, you can go ahead and find specifying which view to convert, which actually applies to our use case. So let's go ahead and understand this. We need to go ahead and use this XML in this action and specify the view. So I'll quickly go ahead and copy this, and I'll copy it onto a notepad. And now let's go ahead and get rid of the sections that we don't need. So now this is the override which actually looks correct. So I'll go ahead and copy the override into the override settings, and remember you need to change the name of your views. So let's go back to the InfoPath demo and let's open it. The name of my first view is view 1 and the second one is view 3. So I'll go ahead and change it out here. So it's view 1 with a space, and the last one was view 3 without a space. Next, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and use the SharePoint action again and create the file. So I'll create the file back into SharePoint, but you can go ahead and create the file in any location of your choice. We are going to go ahead and put the file into archived InfoPath files folder. I'll go ahead and put in base file name .pdf, and I'll pass in the processed file content. Finally, I'll go ahead and save my flow. I'll name it InfoPath Views, and let's go ahead and save it. Now let's go ahead and quickly test our flow. So I'll say automatic, I'll say manual. I cannot do it automatic because I have no test runs yet. So I'll go ahead and start the flow. I'll go back to my forms library and I'll quickly create a form. So I'll just say save as form for views demo, and I'll save it and I'll close it. Now if everything will work as expected, my flow should trigger. You see it's running, so let's keep our fingers crossed. It's gone to the convert action. It's trying to convert it, I guess, and it failed. So what is the error? The specified view does not exist. So I understand now. Remember, naming the views is very important and you need to name it correctly. So I did VEIW. It should be VIEW, right? It was a typo. So my bad. I'll go ahead and test it again. I'll go ahead and this time use automatic because I have a failed run, and I'll try to test it. So this actually shows us that Muhimbi also goes ahead and returns us errors that we can use for troubleshooting, and the errors actually make sense. So here we have a form that is being created, and let's go ahead and see it. Now we have 2 pages, right? Now we have view 1 and view 3. So this was a demonstration which helps you go ahead and export the views that you want to export rather than export all the views or just export the default view. So I hope this session was informative, and thank you for listening and happy converting. Bye bye for now.